Ben Jones will be kicking himself. Perhaps that's my pockets talking, but yesterday's Grand National was an absolute thriller. And as someone who did back Jordans before the race, I was absolutely gutted with what happened in these final stages. As always, guys, welcome back to Full House Sports here with myself, Charlie. And before the video starts, please like, comment and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated as I try and become a one-man sports news bandwagon. Yes, the Aintree Spectacular was won by Am Maximus. A fantastic regaining of the Grand National, the first to do it since Red Rum in 1977. I will start off by saying I think the Red Rum comparisons are ridiculous. The fences that Red Rum had to jump compared to Am Maximus, it's a different race now. Yes, it's fantastic to see, but with all these different restrictions and with all these different rules now, to keep the race safe, which I'm fully supportive of because I don't want to see the Grand National cancelled, I think you can't compare the two. It's the same with, I think a better comparison would be Am Maximus or Tiger Roll, which was the better there. That's a more interesting debate in my eyes. But listen, to win off top weight, 11 stone 12, great run. There was a few of the fences he tried to take home with him, which is what I'm sort of referring to when I say about, there's no comparison with some of the great national horses because, like I say, he made a fair few errors, and I personally thought at one point, I thought his race was run, but he managed to do really well. I was on Jordans and Johnny Who as well, and I mean, listen, like I say, Ben Jones, in my opinion, got too excited. You could see about fence 28, fence 27, he'd come from being what looked like tailed off to travelling right into the race. He was travelling beautifully. The issue is, and I get it, and I'm not a jockey, so I wouldn't want to criticise him, an armchair jockey fully, is if Ben Jones had took a pull on him, would he have then not got going again? And then that's your risk, isn't it? But I thought he tried to, you're never going to steal a national. We saw Richard Pittman try and do it from all the way back in 1973. Garrison Savannah, the year Seagram won it, he tried to do it the same there. It just didn't work, and it doesn't work. I was a bit gutted, to be honest with you, because, like I say, I thought Johnny Who as well came through really well. Iroko, bless him, for all the criticism he's had before, for all people, I know, including myself, I wrote him off. He is now becoming a bit of a little legend in himself. Fourth last year, I think he was, second this year. It's a fantastic achievement for a horse that, I know he has his season heavily prepped towards the National, but do you know what? I love them stories. Oliver Greeno and Josh Guerrero have got a real star on their hands. As for Am Maximus, what a star he is in his own right. I think he's just not a grade 1 chaser, but I think he's a graded chaser and he's running in handicaps. And like I say, yesterday he came through so much traffic. He ran on really well. He stayed really well. We knew that anyway. He's won Irish Nationals as well as the Aintree race before. And it's a fantastic win for him. I think everyone's eyes, including my own, will be on what happens next year. Do they go? He'll be an 11-year-old next year, which is interesting. Do they go for the third one, the Red Run? Do they try and emulate him? I think it'd be interesting to see because, like I say, we never know how the season's going to develop. Will Nick Rocket run again? That's an interesting one because he won last year and, of course, beat Am Maximus. But there was a lot to dissect. I thought there was a few that didn't run, obviously. Panic Attack, Grange Clare West. Yeah, a lot of people, including some of my family members, supported him for the start to go at the first. I thought the way he reacted, Patrick Mullins, meant that I think he thought he had a huge chance on that fella. The throwing off the helmet, he was absolutely kicking himself. But that's the National. And I must say, on the National, as much as it does get a lot of criticism, and sometimes rightfully so, they've tried to make the race safer. It will never be 100% safe. Horse racing will never be 100% safe. And that's a different debate, and not a debate I want to get into on my channel as a fan of the sport. But do you know what? Yesterday, I thought was a bit of a throwback. Now, there was some scenes where I thought, oh, I don't like that. Like the loose horse falling. I was like, oh, that's not good. But it got back up, it galloped on. But there was falls, and there was a lot of unseated riders. And it felt a little bit like a bit of an old school National, where you had the loose horses preceding the horses as well and running on. And I thought it was chaos at times, of course. But as well, that is the Grand National. That's why it thrills people every single year. That's what it does to people because of that sort of thing. And do you know what? Like I say, I thought it was a great race. Won by a great horse. He is a great horse. I don't think he's Red Rum, but he is a great horse. The one thing I will say again is it is Mullins' domination. It's his third in a row, Willie Mullins. But, there was other horses that had chances. Johnny Who fourth, Iroko third, Jordan's third, sorry. I don't know why I've done it in that order. And then in fifth was Monty Star, I think, wasn't it? And then it was High Class Hero. You know, it wasn't the same as last year where it was like, oh, there's too many. I thought it was interesting actually, Willie Mullins said, oh, well, some of his own horses, some of his own stablemates got in the way. Yeah, probably don't run as many then, Willie. There's a thing. But listen, if he's got them, then why not get them in? And like I say, I thought it was a good renewal, good to see all horses and jockeys back safe. It was a bit worried about Robbie Dunn and hearing that story. But listen, it was good to hear. And yeah, you can't really fault it, to be honest with you. I thought it was a great race. I'll roll on again in the third Am Maximus. Let's see if he can do it, because that would be a great narrative through the season next year for jumps racing. As always, guys, let us know what you think. Please like, comment and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated. As a Triumphant One Man Sports News bandwagon. As always, have a great day.